Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, a new reading. Uh, First initial thought is maybe this collective, you are looking for some specific answers when it comes to the dynamic you're finding yourself in with your person. It could be that you are then going outside of yourself, right? Because when we are deliberately looking for answers, specific answers to questions that we have, and we are not sitting with ourselves internally to figure it out, so to speak. That could be a thing for this collective in this moment of time, that you are looking for answers outside of yourself, and maybe that's a bit of a block that you're facing in a way. But let's see what comes out when it comes to this collective. Let's just do 3 cards. And one more, my angels, for the energy for this collective. Oh. So we have distance, we have finality, and we have stress. So again, don't make it fit. If you are looking outside of yourself for answers, that could cause you some stress, right? That's because we're not finding center within the situation in this moment of time. So that could cause this internal feeling of stress, because what is going on? What do I need to know? What do I need to see? Why is it like this? Why is it like that, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Asking a lot of questions and wanting answers, but you're not sitting in your own stillness and that emotional storm that you're feeling. You are going outside of yourself to trying to figure this out. You could be very drawn to looking at a lot of different kind of tarot videos within this moment of time, and maybe without you even knowing it. I don't think it's in the forefront of your mind, but it's mercuring up your energy, right? Because you are not trusting your internal guidance and compass. You are more in the lens of wanting to take the advice. Not that there's necessarily anything bad from it, but it's like you trust more what other people will tell you about a situation than you yourself collective actually sitting in the emotions that you're feeling to come to the same conclusions or come into that, again, self-centered, self-belief within you, what is actually going on. Does it make sense? So you in this moment, again, don't make any of it fit. You would be feeling stressed. You would be feeling this tension within you. Turbulence, yes, maybe, but again, it would be internal, right? Because you are going external. But arguments, I wasn't getting necessarily that there are arguments around you or that you collective are actually causing conflict when it comes to this search outside of yourselves to get maybe validation, but it would be to validate your feelings. Again, instead of validating yourself within just sitting in whatever emotion you are feeling in this moment of time and figuring yourself out, you would rather seek it from external sources, so to speak, to provide you of that clarity, that knowing. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a bit of a red flag that that would be a situation in this moment of time that you are quite codependent to when it comes to that specific, right? I think, again, to tie you to this, all of that stress and all of that turbulence, it has something to do with a farewell here, right? Closure and leaving behind finality. So it would be a specific situation that is putting you in this stress within your own mind in this moment of time. And it would be to a person that you feel there's quite the distance with the distance card as well. It talks about the separation, the space, and the blockages. And this would actually be a blockage just to let you know if you aren't aware. But for you, it's internally, right, to go through. But there would be a lot of distance. And again, that's why you are seeking all of these answers. Because what is going on, right? What is going on? But let's see, collective, if we are able to give you some clarity. Just let's see. This stress, can we have one more for that? The memories. So you would be reminiscing, and it does make sense when it comes to this, right? Reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. I think there's a lot of bittersweet emotions tied to this within this moment of time, because you have the finality here. That's not really a happy-go-lucky card, isn't it? So you would be finding yourself walking down memory lane when it comes to this dynamic, and maybe this person has left you, or at least that's the feeling that you're sitting with. And the answers that you are seeking could very well be to why that needed to happen, right? It's in the middle of the cards. Maybe that's the questioning, instead of actually getting into that lens of, well, there's distance between us in this moment of time because there needs to be. It's for my internal growth. It's for me to come into those realizations that I need. It is for me to embody on a journey that I need to go on. And I can't do that with that person by my side. If we are meant to be together in one way, shape, or form, it will come together in divine time, right? But it's like that switch within you haven't quite flicked. Does it make sense? Again, for the right collective, I feel pennies are dropping. But let's see a bit more about the memories. The return. Okay. The return, second chance, opportunity, and making amends. I think you really want that. Could this have come to your table? It doesn't feel like it. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't feel like this person has tried to come in to make a return when it comes to this collective. It feels like that's more of that dwelling, so to speak, that you are doing in this moment of time, and that is causing you stress to think, will this person be back? Are they coming back? How will I know? Right? And instead of actually embodying that feeling of not knowing and finding peace and center in the not knowing, you are letting yourself be stressed, which would be a lesson, a trigger point for this collective to learn to walk through that. Learn to ease your own mind when it comes to this, because why are you letting something you do not have control over take the better of you and let yourself causing all of that stress within? Instead of sitting in it, in the not knowing, and come into that center within yourself. Why is it that I feel a need to know? Why is it that I feel a need to have everything laid out, so to speak? Instead of just sitting in, I do not know. And why should I then care? Does it make sense? It's not here present with you, right? It ain't with you in this moment of time. So why let it cause all of these emotions within your vessel? Instead of surrendering to the not knowing and then continuing on your journey, knowing deep within you, getting into that self-belief of when things are aligned, they will come to fruition, so to speak, for me. I will then have the answers that I am seeking the answer to. But right here, right now, I don't. The answers that I have is that this person has left me. At least that's what you're feeling. This person has left me. They have closed the door. We are in a lot of distance, very much emotional distance. And that's all the answers that you need in this moment of time. And there is a need for this collective to come in and sit in that feeling, because you're finding it too uncomfortable. That is why you're letting it stress you, because you're not pointing that finger inwards when it comes to this. You are letting yourself be stressed over a situation you do not have control over. And then maybe ask yourself, if you look at yourself and your life throughout how you do your day to day, Are you a person that gets quite easily stressed if you do not know what the day entails? Are you a person that needs to have it all sorted out? Otherwise, you're finding yourself being, do you get what I'm saying? Look at that. Turn that finger inwards when it comes to that trigger point and find those answers from within. Why is it that I let myself stress over this? Why is it that I feel the need to have answers to a situation that I cannot do anything about? The only thing that I can do is focus on me. That other person, they aren't here in this moment of time. They are on their journey. I'm on mine. If this is meant to align at some given point of time in the future, it will. And have that belief, right? Getting into that center. Does it make sense? I want one more for return. And then, yeah, the runner. So again, it's that person, right? You want them to return. You want them to come in to get a second chance, but they are in that runner lens. I think this collective, you have allocated them throughout this journey to be that. Maybe you are, I guess with the energy, it does fit. You would be kind of chasing them energetically because we have the memory. So you are going down memory lane within this moment of time, right? What this finality, farewell, leaving behind, and closure. Whoop. Okay, foundation. The foundation talks about the establishment, right? It can be family or it definitely is security. And I think to put it into a I was about to say subject, I don't know if that's the right word, but to put it into a sentence that is quite easily to taste and feel on, if you get what I'm saying, security blanket. And that came to my mind instantly when I saw that. I feel like your security blanket has been ripped out from underneath you when it comes to this, because you are not feeling secure, because you do not have the answers, so you're letting yourself be stressed. We have a theme here, okay? So if you're not finding yourself embodying or knowing this energy, and if the deviations I'm doing does not fit, it isn't your collective, right? So don't try to make anything fit. I think it is quite exhausting. Just feel called to look at the bottom of the deck. But if we have one more for foundation and realization. Have this come to you in this moment of time, the realization when it comes to this? I'm not quite sure. I think it's more brewing within you, because you would be questioning yourself, so to speak, when it comes to this stressed over the tension, over the turbulence that you are feeling internal, right? Because you want to figure out the answers. Does it make sense? So I think that you are slowly are coming into realizations. Again, like I said, with that deviation, looking a lot of seeking answers throughout tarot videos that you find online, and you would be finding things here and there that resonates with your soul, and you're kind of putting that puzzle piece together, right? Does it make sense? But then again, all of those answers that you are seeking, you are able to collective. You are able to come into them within yourself. You do not have to go outside of yourself to get the answers that you are seeking. The answers to your questions are already there, all around you. But if you are refusing to see them because you do not trust yourself and your internal, Do you get what I'm saying? It's a bit sad. It's a bit sad. There's definitely things here that this collective needs to work with. And again, it would be to tie you to this connection, right? Because your person in their own rights could be going through something similar. Not to the point of exactly the same, but again, within their own rights, right? Can I have one for distance? The shallow. So it makes you feel hollow, empty. Could you be going through a bit of boredom? Well, maybe, but I think you're a bit more stressed than you are bored. Your mind would be running like 180 an hour, and you could be one of the collectives where you are within every sign that you see, right? Within your reality, you are linking it to your person. Again, with the return, you could be feeling that something is coming in here because every sign that you see is about your person. It's not. All of the signs that you are giving collective are for you and your growth. A thing I say when I am tapping into collectives and they want to know how to kind of navigate through the signs, right? Allocate very specific signs to your person when it has something to do with them maybe coming forward or addressing something or movement when it comes to them, right? Find very specific signs. It has to be things that you do not see in your everyday life. It has to be things that are so specific that when you come across them, you do not have a seed of doubt in your mind. It can be, what comes to my mind is you may be taking quite the notice when it comes to different colors, right? And if we just say, again, a deviation for a reason, but when you are out on your day-to-day and you are maybe driving your car, you would be seeing these colors all around you, and you're again stressing yourself out because you think there is a return coming when it comes to that runner energy, but nothing ever happens. So it ends up stressing you even more and even more and even more because you're seeing all the signs, but nothing is happening. And why is that? And what? Do you get what I'm saying? That sign in itself is for you. It's not, in my opinion, my universal truth. It ain't specific enough to tie you to a person. All of those colors are for you. So instead of pinpointing it to your person, try to get your mind around, well, how do I actually feel seeing these signs? If I look at it to be for me, my growth, my internal, right? My journey, when I look at all of these colors that I see in my day-to-day, how does that make me feel? If you see a yellow car, what do you think? If you see a green car, what do you think? A blue car, what does that mean? You know, a red car, again, trust that gut feeling, that intuition that you get that first couple of seconds before you start overthink and process, right? But that initial thought, when it comes to seeing that, try to switch that outlook and see, what do I then get out of it? If I have to link it to me internally, not externally. Again, what this whole reading is about, what is it then that is happening inside of me? Do I get happy? Do I get sad? Do I get worried? Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Find something that is so specific. It could be, not that I have to give you clues or anything, but it could be a specific flower. It could be a specific shape. It could be a specific I don't know, I was about to say set of numbers, but then again, our divines, our angels, our guides are speaking to us through numbers, right? They don't use words necessarily, like they cannot just come to us in that way, but they would speak to you through numbers, angel numbers. And you can even, it's coming to my mind for a reason, you can even ask your team what kind of sign that they would think that you should use when it comes to your person, and then just see what you take notice of throughout the day. If is there something that stands out to you and that you then in your mind can allocate and say, okay, I have never ever seen that before. If I ever see that again, I know it has something to do with my person. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you need to ease your mind, and you need to take all of that beautiful energy that you are in this moment spending on figuring everything out when it comes to this dynamic, and take it into yourself. Try to figure yourself out instead. Does it make sense? Can we have one more for shallow? An apology. Mm. Mm. Could there have been something here, communication wise, or again, this is what you're thinking of? It's the apology card, emotional storm, and bluff. Could there have been some kind of communication here, or is it more? No. So again, there hasn't been any communication here. It's more you, collective, with that elusive, right? And you would be quite in the fog. I think you could. No, it is. It is more you, collective, really wanting that, right? And I think, again, with the stress, but also with the space in between you, that boredom, so to speak, or emptiness that you would be feeling, could really get you into that process of thought and being in an emotional storm when it comes to having an apology here. Could you be thinking that this person is wearing a mask, and that is why everything around this dynamic in this moment of time seems quite shallow? I guess you could, but you definitely think that they are pretending. And you could even maybe have that feeling of they are pretending when it comes to their emotional storm, and they are being dishonest, and therefore they are not coming forward with an apology, because how much peace and balance that would bring to this dynamic. You could be in that outlook, but then again, in this collective aren't not peaceful right here, right now. If you get what I'm saying. So I want to get a bit more into it. I want to get a bit more into it when it comes to this. What deck do we then use? I kind of want to get these, I think. So when it comes to universe, your opinion, when it comes to collective and this dynamic, what is going on in this moment of time? So a water sign again talks about the emotions when it comes to this, right? But water sign Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, that could be your sign or your person's signs, but again, a lot of emotions, right? Water is emotion. Vacation and caution. Could you be traveling soon, or someone would be traveling to see you, or maybe you kind of want to, I don't know, travel to see this person. We had the distance card as well. And then caution, finding out more information. Don't overwork yourself. I think what comes to me, or what I'm hearing with that vacation card, is maybe not that you would physically go on a vacation, but I think your spirit team is telling you in this moment of time to ease down a bit, right? Take time to center, take time to just be, in stillness. You could be a collective that is very much overworking yourself, and I'm getting that energy from the first spread that we did and all of those deviations, because you are very much up here and letting yourself be ruled by all of these emotions of the not knowing. And again, caution. And if you are opening, so to speak, that Pandora's box when it comes to this dynamic, again, there's always a reason why answers haven't unfolded for us. And if you're digging through them, right, you could come across things that your vessel and your soul is not ready to deal with. And there's always a reason for us, the not knowing. Your body and your vessel isn't ready to deal with it. Again, just look at the emotional storm that you in this moment of time are finding yourself in. If you then figured something out that would actually quite hurt you, again, how much fire would that add to your plate? A fire you didn't even need. Do you get what I'm saying? So be careful when it comes to digging. You don't need to know. The knowing that you need to come into center and peace with is present in this moment of time, but you are refusing to see it like that. Yeah, does it make sense? But vacation, that flew. And then we have liar. Be careful, someone sneaky. Can I have one more for that? And confession. Okay, so something could be coming to you. Or at least someone who isn't truthful is coming forward. And that could also be, and then we have the distance card here, I'm splitting it too. That could also be why this caution card is here, right? But confession, and this is universe's perspective. So someone who hasn't been truthful to you. Does it have to be your person? It doesn't. It can be someone, again, connected to you that has something to do with your guys' dynamic, but someone is wanting to confess something here and they aren't being truthful when it comes to this, which is, well, quite the red flag, isn't it? And then honeymoon. Okay. So the honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding, right? Could that be something to tie you to a vacation that you would need? In your own rights, yes, it could. But I feel like it's more maybe to tie you to who this person is. It could be someone, or it would be someone that you have had a quite the short-lived romance with, right? So you haven't been in a long-term committed relationship. It would have been 3, maximum 6 months of you guys linking, and then they were back. So there could be movement here. And again, it could be tying into why you're feeling all of this stress when it comes to that person. But again, collective, you could be more on the money. And that would be a thing for you to go then reflect upon and trust that intuition instead of going outside of yourself, right? But what about confession, the distance, pregnancy? Distance, you and your partner, maybe physically or emotional distance. And then we have pregnancy, someone is expecting. And date night. Is that person that is coming forward with a confession pregnant? I don't think so. I think it has more to do with maybe the expectation of this. If they are, again, if someone is traveling towards you, that would be a water sign, and there's a lot of distance within you, they could have the expectation of if they come forward, then you guys could be going on a date, like ready to be wined and dined. But then again, there's caution here, there is lying here, there is something here that needs to be confessed. And it talks about gold digger. They want your money or being used. Okay, this reading took a turn. Not for the better. But I get, in a way, it kind of does make sense, I guess, because you are so stressed about the answers. And I think that in an odd way, the universe is about to show you why you need to stop stressing, because look at what you are calling in. I don't think that this person is going to be honest when it comes to something that they actually need to confess. They could be more in the lens of just wanting to take you out on a date, not address what needs to be addressed. Could they want to take you traveling? I guess they could, but I think it's more with the distance. So there could be quite as well as emotional than physical distance between you guys, and they are maybe traveling in. And the universe is saying, caution here, find out more information, don't overwork yourself, right? And you are right now overworking yourself, trying to figure out answers. Release. Center. Find that balance within, because you will need that when this comes to your table. If someone is moving into you, I was about to say that's a weird, but if someone is making moves, so to speak, when it comes to you, right? And they are not being honest about something here, they would actually need to confess. And to tie you to it, it would be a person that you have had a very short-lived romance with. I think they are coming in because they actually want to use you emotionally. Again, with the water sign here, that is emotion, and we said that. I think they have the expectation. I don't think this person is pregnant. I think they have expectation of when this distance is closing in and you guys can go on a date and, do the deed. I'm gonna be honest, that came to me for a reason. But I wanna see a bit more when it comes to this. What is it about that person that is sneaky and the collective needs caution with? No. So again, we have the move on. Thank you. Next, uninterested. Sacred tactic. So this person, again, don't make it fit. They have acted like they are moving on. They're not interested, right? But it's actually a tactic. They would be very strategic. They want to win here, collective. They want to win. They're gonna really suck up to you kissing ass. And child services. Could you in fact have had a kid with this person? And they kind of left you? And therefore that child service card is here. That talks about neglect or abuse, right? Children in danger. And then we have ego, hurt ego, ego getting in the way, relationship, etc. Ego getting in the way of relationship, etc. Can I have one more for that? This collective and this person. Creeping. What is throwing me off a bit is I wasn't getting that you and this person had a family. Again, you didn't have anything to do with family in your feelings, what you are dealing with in this moment of time. But the universe is saying something here. Again, for this collective, it would make sense. I think you know what it's about. In some way, there are child or children involved, right? Could this person have gone through neglect and abuse as a child? And that is right, they have this wounded ego, like childhood trauma. It very well could be with their ego getting in the way of this connection and then creeping, right? Because that means this person would have been going through a childhood that were anything else but easy. And you collective would know that for a fact, right? You would know that by being together with them, that they may have had quite the hard upbringing. They could have been neglected as a child. They could have been going through some kind of abuse when it came to their childhood. And again, to tie you to it, you would know it, right? But this person is creeping. But they are playing a game here, like with that chess. They're playing a game here. Their thoughts is that they want to win. So they're about to suck up to you again to get what they want, right? But they're not going to be honest about what they need to confess. They are going to move in with words, with, what is that? Being very charismatic, being very charming. Again, doing everything they can. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm getting a very nasty energy. What about this too busy winning? What's that about, my angels? Yeah. And then we have rejected. Again, with that ego, I don't think they're gonna move in being anything when it has to do with showing vulnerability. Isn't that how you say it? Or at least I think you know what I mean. Vulnerability. Anyways, I don't think they're gonna move like that. They would be seeing that you have eyes on you, right? With the creeping card, they are looking in. They could be seeing you glow. The Queen rising, right? And I think they're gonna play every tactic in their book. It kind of gives the vibe of someone who has been studying you in a way, which is alarming. What about rejected? Okay, it's too many, but crying over you, impersonator, and wasting time. Can I have one just for the rejection? Bankrupt. So again, with that being used, right? This person would be struggling financially in this moment of time. And again, I'm kind of seeing that someone just coming in, speaking all of those, like again, a lot of grand words, but they're not gonna confess to what needs to be confessed. They're not gonna say that they have been in the background, that their ego is hurt or wounded. They are not gonna talk about being scared of rejection when it comes to you. Again, I think they're gonna move with a lot of tactics to say everything they need to say in the right way to get what they want when it comes to collective. And the sad thing is that this collective is so stressed when it comes to this person because you do not know what is going on. Again, it's kind of like that Pandora's box you want open, it's about to open. Be careful what you wish for. Kissing ass. Grudge holder, so they are holding a grudge. Again, you have hurt their ego, collective. You have hurt their ego. So they are holding a grudge when it comes to you. Again, they just want to win. That's an outlook, right? That they have. It could be looking at your socials, lurking on your socials, hidden identity, can't stop watching you through fake accounts. That could be something that you have noticed. And maybe they have, even through those fake accounts, kind of talked or said some negative comments, right? To, again, mess with your energy. Grudge holder. What are they holding a grudge about? But dusting it off. And they're not, again, they are acting like they are unfazed when it comes to this. I think the universe is telling you to do that. Dust it off, dodging a bullet, block back bad energy, escaping toxic people. Haters can't touch you, right? I think again with that be careful card or caution when it comes to this situation, it's like the universe is saying, don't even bother, collective, when it comes to this. But it's an odd energy. What about this tactic? What about the tactics? Cyberbullying. As I said, so don't make it fit. You would have had online attacks. It said online attacks, hiding behind screen, words can still wound. So they would have been playing in your energy and they're not even gonna address it. Liar. Someone sneaky. Be careful. So this person is wanting to move in with a lot of action, but they are not ready to say what they are doing behind the screen, behind your back. This is a nasty energy. They just want to win. They have been acting like they're moving on. Thank you, next, uninterested, and they're about to come in with that kissing ass. They're holding a grudge. Their ego is hurt. If you have children, it wouldn't even surprise me if they have, maybe sent some reports again to dig you, take a dig at you. Isn't that how you say it? But online attacks. Be careful, collective. Cyberbully. Bad karma. And looking you up. Cyber stalking, studying you. And I said that, getting info. It's like this person has been studying you and they know how to move. They could have. Do not get with them like that. Don't. Collective. This is. Oh my God. Fake smile. Collective. Bad karma. Looking you up, psycho stalking, studying you, getting info. What? This person, they would be. But I am hoping, collective, that you would trust. Again, your internal, that's why you needed so much. All of those deviations in the beginning about trusting, not going out. You need to trust your body's emotions when it comes to this. Because your triggers, your feelers, they would be going off. So many alarm bells. And if you do not trust yourself, trust what you feel. I'm about to say something that is not nice, but this person would be able to manipulate you. And they're going to get exactly what they want from collective. They are. Because they are tactic. They are moving in with that tactic. What is going on with my hair now? It looks awful. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Universe, this person moving forward. I want more about it. Like, maybe how collective needs to deal. In my opinion, you just need to not entertain it. But conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. It's gonna put you into that energy. Again, runner, chaser, hot and cold, distracted. Sidetrack, chains, and delays. So it's gonna cause that, right? I think if you entertain this collective, it's gonna be a game of hot and cold, because this person, they know They know how to sugarcoat with you. They know how to sweet talk you. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like they just want to do that, you know. They are not moving with honesty, with pure intentions. Look at what they're doing behind the scenes, collective. That is like alarm bells on another level. And if you do not trust your internal, it's like if you think you were hurt before, ecstasy, as we said it. Ecstasy, chasing thrill, excitement, good times. It's like this person just doesn't have any respect for you. They are more concerned about their ego, getting hurt, getting wounded, being rejected. They are not ready to deal with the consequences of their actions, so they would rather not address it. Because you have hurt their ego. How dare you to shine after what I have done to you? How dare you to heal? That's the kind of vibe they embody. That's nasty. But it would cause change, right? Definitely delays, yes. But then again, collective needs to ask herself or himself, why do I crave a person like this? Because you would have been shown signs. The universe would have tried to show you signs. But again, I don't think that you are centered enough to notice the signs in the right way. I'm going back to that deviation I did in the beginning. It's like you think everything has to do with movement when it comes to them, but the signs that you're actually been giving about your person, you don't notice them. It's like kind of your blind spot. So you would have like a lot of rose-colored glasses on when it comes to this person. And then we have family at the bottom. But conflicted. And then we have obsession, right? And chemistry. So again, okay, this person could be conflicted when it comes to making a decision about moving forward. I would be highly surprised if that person came in not wearing a mask. Because we had the liar universe's perspective from what is going on. I do not think that they have, pardon my French, the balls to be truthful when it comes to collective. I think they are more in this lens. Do I talk about the obsession? Do I talk about chemistry, right? But it's all about, again, with the cups, the feelings, but it's not deep centered emotions. It's like this person wants to come in and just be like, I actually really like you. I really like you. I feel that you are very something. I want to take you out. I think we could really be good together. Like, let's give this another go kind of vibes. But they're gonna play on your emotions because they know you would have posted stuff that this person would be able to see. And I'm hearing that be careful what you wish for. It keeps like ringing in my mind. Obsession, chemistry, and past life. Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. Karmic lesson. It's all over this entire reading. For you, collective, and for your person as well, right? I don't think that you have gone through a similar layer when it comes to this person. And that would highly surprise me. You wouldn't be in that outlook then, right? What about this distraction? Yeah. The intimacy. The intimacy collective. Sidetrack, change, delays, right distraction with this intimacy. Bonding, sensual, right, and bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. I'm hearing two things when it comes to that, right? The one thing is that this will cause all of these distractions. It will cause delays within your guys' dynamic if this collective gets into this, right? Being intimate with this person, because you would give in to that sweet talk, and this person would then actually have played you. I'm just being honest. The energy is yucky. It's nasty, right? What a wounded energy. Like, what an ego. However, this person with this intimacy, right? They still carry that missing resentment and anger and hurtful words. And I feel like doing that with them could lead to them actually expressing that, so to speak, not during the act or anything. Well, they could. But I feel like more that would then need to play out again, because you guys, in this moment of time, you do not want the person like that at your table. I'm gonna be honest. That energy, to have that outlook, because your ego is so wounded, you then go and act like that behind the screen towards a person that you now want to come in and wine and dine. Make it make sense. That is nasty ass behavior. I feel like saying one away. Do not entertain this. Make that person understand that you are not available like that. Know that your vessel is way too sacred, way too valuable to just give it up. That would take effort, because that's sharing a very specific energy. And this person is going to come in and express a lot of big words, right? I think they're going to say a lot of things that they know collective wants to hear due to their obsession and chemistry. And in your own right, you're both like that. Because you are well, collective, as well, are obsessing about this, about the not knowing and wanting all of these answers. So like I said in the beginning, in your own right, you're going through the same thing. Did your person add a bit of extra spice to it? Yes, they did. But then again, collective, you have been trying to open Pandora's box as well. But bitterness, resentment, and anger, hurtful words. They want to, again, be careful, collective. Trapped, stuck, tied down, captive with a foundation They could be trying to impregnate you so they would have you. Again, being tactile, I do not think that you know how they think right now. Because they have so much resentment. How dare you move on? Like that outlook. What they want to trap this collective. They want to, I think they want to impregnate you. I'm gonna be honest. What in the world is going on? What? It's like a drama. A bad movie playing out in front of my eyes. Are you kidding me? Do people actually do that? That is crazy to me. Like, seriously? Because they carry so much resentment, they're so bitter, they are so hurt. And it's not even gonna surprise me if that person actually closed that door. They were the one that chose to walk away, but how dare collective move on when I said I didn't want to be with them? How dare you? So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna sweep you off your feet. I'm gonna pull that blanket under you. And I am gonna make sure that collective is intimate with me, right? They want to trap you. It's like a drama. What are those drama series called from the 80s? It's like one of those. Like The Days of Our Lives or something. This is crazy to me. I'm thinking a very specific word, but I'm not gonna say it because and then we have realization and finality. It's like we're coming back to the beginning of the reading. And then stressed. It's like we are going through a full circle moment, collective. You are gonna realize something when it comes to this, and clearly, but realizations, epiphany, understanding, awakening that this needs to be done and dusted. And then we have stressed as well, but why stressed? Beauty. And there. I think this will make you realize that you need to close this door, right? And all of that stress about the superficial, not the beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted, because you are, right? You would be embodying that. But I think it's more about all of that stress you have had, how superficial that in a way was. And there is a need to come in deeper within yourself. This realization will lead for you, collective, to go in deeper when it comes to you and your healing journey. Right? Yeah, broken. Yeah, and I said that. I think this, if you thought you were brokenhearted before that thing I said, you have no idea. Fantasy, it's all a fantasy. This seems like such a crazy ass karmic energy. It doesn't feel divine or twin flame, or it feels so karmic. And it's so sad that you, collective, are finding yourself being so stressed when it comes to that person, because look at their energy. It seems so karmic. What in the world? What in the world? My goodness. My angels, that is crazy. Let's just... we want these. Let's just do a bit of tarot to see some guidance or whatever needs to be relayed when it comes to this, my angels. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, and Temperance. So this person, we know it, they would have some financial issues, right? I also feel, and that goes for the both of you, feeling out in the cold, not knowing what is going on. These people are outside in the cold. They do not have access to the inner. And that has been a theme throughout this reading, right? So that goes for both of you. But again, your person is in that Queen of Wands, right? They would be seeing you like that. Very magnetic, very attractive, very alluring. Again, with that beauty card. But Knight of Cups, he's a bit of a, seduction, right? Narcissism. I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it, but he does embody that. Because he's very superficial. He can be a sweet ass criminal. Like a bit of a Casanova, right? But then temperance, it's beautiful. Again, this would come in, again, to give you peace, collective. To know that there's a reason why this is not coming in this moment of time. Because look at the energy. You're sitting here obsessing and craving, but look at how this person is acting. And I know they're not going to come forward and say it, but you would be able to feel that something is completely off with the way they move. And you need to be able to trust your body's emotions and truly know what is my internal telling me. Because it would be and I'm a bit worried that you are too caught up within your own emotions and your own internal storm that you won't see it, because you, in a way, you want it very much. But what you want is a fantasy. That person ain't like that right now. Oh my God. And can they even be? I'm not sure. I feel this is very karmic. No. And Two of Swords. Could this situation be putting you onto a chariot journey, which is beautiful? That is moving forward, steady, fast progression when it comes to you, your journey, tapping in, staying committed to you, right? Balancing out your scale. But then with the Tower, yes, liberation and freedom. And if we tie to, yes, it would make sense to have that when it comes to this Two of Swords, a situation you have long been blinded to, not seeing clearly, right? And that would be a beautiful outcome. So then again, don't go into that Five of Pentacles, poor me, poor my, that this came to my table. Have relief for it. Have so much thanks to the universe for showing you this. To finally see and being able to release this and moving on. If we just say, we play a bit, I know this reading is going to be long, but this collective, I think we need it. However, if we say that collective chooses him or herself, when this comes in, what is then happening? The Magician. These two are kind of sideways now, isn't they? And Magician, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Pentacles. I want one more for that Seven of Pentacles. And I have King of Wands. And then we have Lovers. But is it like they then, because you would be seeing such a big lesson, that they would want to grant you with a wish of some sort? It's like the final lesson before something quite big could come in. I'm not Queen of Swords, but then again, not reverse, but sideways. Maybe it hasn't quite been made up. But definitely there is a need for patience, right? Waiting for result, hard work. I think it's to reflect more about the seeds that you have planted. And as well, when it comes to this Magician, what you have been holding on to for so long, and you could very well have been, again, waiting for a result, and you have seen your person in the lens of that King of Wands, thinking that this is a wish. I think there is a very specific reason why the Magician and the Four of Pentacles is not upright. But then Queen of Swords getting more into that lens, right, of being strong. She is very no bullshit queen. She is cutthroat. She makes right decisions. She's very logical. And you would need logic when it comes to this situation, right? Not relying on your emotions to guide you through it. You would need to put logic into the situation, right? But could there be a lot of good fortune, a lot of confidence then coming to you? I guess that could, and that would make sense. You would have proven something quite big when it comes to yourself, not entering into that dynamic, not feeling stuck anymore when it comes to this situation. Just a bit. And Temperance again. So again, it would bring in Temperance to you, right? That balance. I don't. Maybe you like makeup or something. Like the palettes, doesn't it call that? However, it would bring in balance, right? It would bring in this calm, this peaceful, the purity into your soul. Does it make sense? Because you would have learned quite the lesson. I am, in this moment of time, a bit on the defense when it comes to this. I don't think there hasn't been anything to do with it, that you and this person are actually meant to come into alignment with that energy right here, right now. It seems quite karmic to me. And I am getting a bit of the feeling that maybe the universe would actually provide you with a beautiful love. But then again, you would have to be able to prove that you do not entertain energy like this. But again, we don't have it confirmed that if this person is just one big fat karmic lesson, but it is smelling like that. Runner, palm tree, heart with the key. But that runner, but they're seeming so unfazed. They're just out there moving on happily, and that's the energy they give off. That's what you have been shown, collector, right? But then they are there looking at your photos, missing you, feeling nostalgic, and things are coming to light. And then we have the karmic relationship. I'm very much on the defense. Reading that energy, it is so karmic, right? If you know karmic connections, because they are more triggering than twin flames. And it doesn't, in my opinion, when I see this energy, it seems so karmic. It really does. And I know we had the bad karma and everything come out for them. And I know that the universe sees and hear everything. So they will make sure that these balances are being scaled if you guys are meant to come in together. And then you would have a chapter where this person would actually come forward to confess. But that energy, I'm gonna be honest, it's very nasty. It's very, very nasty. And I keep seeing that Grim Reaper, and there's a reason for it. I'm just so much on the defense if this is even something that is meant to align. I'm gonna be honest. Be lighthearted, finding things out, things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. But then again, you need to, in collective, you need to tap in to that girl talk. Living in the moment, having fun, spending time with your friends, right? I'm just that energy collective is connected to. But okay, twin flame, it did came out. Okay. I am listening to the universe. There is a lot of karmic lessons then. That energy, I can't get over it. I can't get over it. To think or feel that you need to go do something like that behind the scenes because you are hurt. That is so nasty. Seriously. And I know there's a reason why everything happens. I know that. I know. It's just, it's so sad that you collective are sitting here wanting answers to questions that you are seeking when it comes to this person, and you are then in this emotional storm, and what they are doing behind the scenes is create so much negativity. They are saying mean stuff online just to get to you, and they're probably in some funny way gonna use it to even persuade you. Not that they are going to be honest, but they are going to maybe say that they have seen that, or someone has been telling them that, and how sorry they are that everyone would ever talk to you like that. Just use it to their benefit. Again, they're so tactic right now. They are moving with tact, and they're going to trap you. That's their outlook to that situation. That is nasty. But yeah, golden mirror. But I am feeling, again, that narcissist. I'm feeling like saying it, but I'm not. I'm gonna my mouth when it comes to it. But self-absorbed, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Big fat lines under that. Love bombing. Choose yourself, collective. Choose yourself. Choose yourself when it comes to this dynamic, right? Yeah. This separation, it's not the seduction. Again, they're gonna move in with that. Through this separation, they're gonna move in with seduction, with flirting, temptation, right? Again, it's just confirm and love call. Unmask. Oh my God. Stay strong, collective. Stay strong. Truly listen to your body's emotion when it comes to this. Like, so truly. Listen to your body's emotions. And yes, you're gonna be hurt and you're gonna be sad, but it will make something so beautiful for you. We have temperance over here, right? The divine is with you there, because it will give you answers to your questions that you have been wishing and praying for, holding on to, right? And it will, in a funny way, get you on that cherished journey, on forward moving, steady, fast progression when it comes to you and your healing journey and what you need then to focus on, right? I don't even know how to end this reading, I'm gonna be honest. I don't. It seems silly to just say, bye bye. Oh, collective, I'm sending you strength and I'm sending you so much love, and please stay strong. Stay strong. Remember who you are. Don't give in. Know your worth. Don't ignore the red flags. Trust what your body is telling you when this comes in. Trust it. All right, my angels. That was quite some reading now, wasn't it? What a drama. It feels like an unreal, it feels like a movie. A very bad drama. That is so odd. However, collective, thank you. If you stayed through that reading, thank you. And pat yourself on the shoulders. Answers were delivered here. Today, maybe not the answers that you wanted, but they were delivered. And thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in and listening. I will see you another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, my angels. Bye.